In the beginning, if you were ill, you better hope you were rich. In Britain, medicine was private until this showed up. But how? How did we get the NHS? Aneurin Nye Bevan, born 15th of November 1897 in Tredegar, Wales, was a coal miner starting at the age of 13, and his family were coal miners. Coal mining is a horrible, miserable job, and young Bevan gravitated towards socialist ideas such as universal healthcare, which Tredegar had a proto-NHS called the Tredegar Society, which inspired the NHS system. Nye Bevan had to leave the coal mining due to an eye disease and started to focus on his local miner union. He then became leader of his miners' lodge and became a thorn in the side of local management. He joined the Labour Party and attended Central Labour College in London. He then returned to Wales. He struggled to find work until he became a union official, which led him to be a leader in the 1926 general strike. The 1926 general strike was the biggest strike in Britain's history, which was unsuccessful but led to Bevan becoming more well known and became popular with the locals of Monmouthshire. In 1928, Nye won a seat on Monmouthshire's county council. The year after, he was elected MP for Ebb Vale. He would serve as the MP for the next 31 years. Suddenly, war! During the war, the wartime government instructed a man called William Beveridge to create a tax document, but instead he created with his wife the Beveridge Report. The Beveridge Report is a detailed survey of the state of health in Britain, and it suggested future direction. The report had the idea that the welfare state should abolish the 5 evils: want, disease, ignorance, squalor, and idleness. The Beveridge Report was a crucial piece of literature which became hugely influential in creating the welfare state after the war. This report became a bestseller, especially with soldiers, which led to a Labour victory after the war. Soon after, wartime government ends and general election occurs. Labour gains a majority of 125 seats in Parliament, and Clement Attlee becomes Prime Minister. Nye Bevan is given the job of Minister for Health and Housing. He is given the difficult challenge of nationalising the healthcare system. He created the system of the NHS by seeing how his home of Tredegar had created the Tredegar Medical Society. Bevan had said, "All I am doing is extending to the entire population of Britain the benefits we had in Tredegar. All I am doing is extending to the entire population of Britain the benefits we had in Tredegar for a generation or more. We are going to Tredegarise you." In 1946, the National Health Service Act was given royal assent. On the 5th of July 1948, the National Health Service was formed. For the past 75 years, the NHS has changed. The system has adapted from being centrally planned to being a much more regional system. NHS Scotland and NHS Wales were devolved in 1999. In 1948, lots of now preventable diseases had to be treated, which are now preventable because of massive health initiatives, such as vaccine rollouts and schemes that inform people about healthy eating and living. New technologies have been created such as ultrasound and CT and MRI scans. The life expectancy in 1946 was 68, and now it's 81. Thank you, Nye. Thank you, NHS.